23 years I've known my dad, yeah. The only time I've known him to get on a bus was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, innit? Apart from that, I'd never seen my dad on a bus. Once. And it was from a bus, yeah, to get a bus to a cab station.
Wow.
You know, obviously, them man there, they don't do the apps and that, innit?
He meant it.
Yes. Drawing board, live in effect. Let's get into it.
Hi, I'm Natalie.
My name's Josh.
My name's Kaân.
My name's Hannah.
So how's everyone feeling today? That's what I want to know.
I'm feeling good. The day, what? I just worked. I'm here.
Hannah?
I'm feeling good as well. I had a good little sesh. I'm happy, boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I feel good, fresh.
You ready to talk?
I'm ready to chat.
All right, cool. Okay, cool. And Josh?
Hey, they are. Blessings off the floor like a rain. Hey.
No, it's been a what was he talking about the other day? It's been a long time coming, eh?
Well, this has been a long time coming, for real.
Definitely.
A lot of talking, arguments.
No, a lot of all of that. But we're here.
Finally.
Bad ups.
Yeah, Kaân badded me up.
KBs, the little Kaân blowouts, you know what I'm saying?
Kaân badded me up, can't lie.
KBs. I said she nicknamed it. What? I said Kaân's blowout.
Yeah.
What?
He rinsed us. Well, he didn't rinse you, Josh, but he rinsed me and that.
What's she saying?
Hey, come on.
We're all good now.
Oh,
though.
we're not safe.
No, you're safe now.
We're safe now.
Now.
Man, got it out, innit?
After
you
he
get
cussed
me?
us from head to toe, boy.
Yeah, but we've all had our little. Do you get
No,
me?
yeah.
But it happens because we're trying to build something. So there's gonna be parts where you don't agree, but you work through it, and that's why we're here.
And at least we can be brutally honest, and that obviously
And not hide away from each other and not say how we
100.
truly feel. It's good, yeah, of course. You have to say what you have to say.
100.
That's how it goes.
No, yeah, definitely. That kind of like brings me to my kind of thing of what I really want to talk about today, and that was as some of you don't know, I was having a bit of a rough one the last couple of weeks. So my some of you don't know, some of you don't. My dad passed away 15 years ago, and the death anniversary was like a couple of weeks ago. And do you know what? Yeah, I feel like.
What does that even mean?
No, do you know what it is? I feel like being young at the time when my dad passed away, I was able to kind of deal with it, obviously. But now deep in it, 15 years, I had a moment. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was fuming about it. And I know, Kaân, you've gone through the same thing as me. Yeah. You guys have had your moments. Not obviously lost your father, but we've all had issues in regards to the daddy situation.
100.
And yeah, I kind of just want this to. We've all been brutally honest with each other, so why not? Let's just be kind of brutally honest with the world and
about
just
our
say,
daddy issues.
Yeah, about our daddy issues. No one don't really talk about it, so let's talk about it.
Hi, my name's Natalie, and I have daddy issues.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi, guys.
No, we are not doing that.
No,
We are not gonna do that right now. No way. About my name's Kaân and
I got daddy issues.
issues. Right now, we're not doing that right now. You can run it if you want to run it. That's up to you.
I embrace my daddy issues.
I respect it.
Right. I hear it.
So, hey.
You want me to, no, I'm not talking about no more of my daddy issues.
Okay, so you've explained that you've had a loss of your father.
Yeah.
I would say I've had a loss of a father, but not in the same way. My dad is very much alive. He lives in America, but he just hasn't been present in my life for most of my life. And I now see that my issues with my dad affects how I deal with the mandems.
Yeah. No.
I don't know if any girls can relate to that, but that's facts. Like for me, because my dad hasn't been around, no man can tell me what to do, and that's for
legit.
sure.
I think there's like almost this sense of independency that you have where it's just like no man can do anything for me. I'm good. I don't need no man to do anything. And yeah, I mean, you even told me the other day, Hannah, you gotta let a man take care of you. But I really find it hard. I genuinely find it hard.
We both said that.
Even when a man pays for me, I just get really awkward and I stiff
Oh my
up.
God.
I don't know
No,
why.
I do as well. And do you know what? There was a time when like I would go on like a date with a boy and I'd be like, don't worry, I'm paying.
Yeah.
I'm actually a dickhead. You're a dickhead.
No,
You just use all
literally.
your money to give to a man.
Literally.
Fool.
Literally.
Yeah, but then he might feel the same way.
No, he's feeling good because he's didn't got paid for.
Oh no! If when men pay for it, some of them
Oh
might
yeah,
feel the same
true.
way.
Fine,
That's
that's
true.
fine. That's true.
I never even
I never
thought
thought.
about
Yeah, I
that.
was
Yeah,
gonna
women don't. You think you're the only ones that
no.
live on this world, but it's not a women issues.
I'll be
It's a
real.
daddy
Nah,
issues.
but- Oh yeah,
Yeah, let's face
Yeah.
it. Yeah. You get me?
That's for another
You
day.
get me? Look at him. He was ready.
Oh, yeah,
I'll be real. I'll be real.
No,
He was ready. I'm telling you.
that one that woke man up, fam.
Josh, we need you to be awake.
Get me.
They are. But
So is that the only thing that you think it affected? Like just how
Um,
in the, you know what, not even in a negative way, but even in a positive way, is it like not having your dad around? Do you think there was anything? For a
well, it's
positive
made
out
me
of it.
independent, very independent. I think that's a great thing to be as a woman, to be independent. But it is a burden as well. Like, I like the fact that I can do it by myself and whatever. But then it's just like, oh, Natalie, let a man do it for you, because I'm kind of in this battle with myself where it's like I want a man to look after me, but I also want to be independent. So where's the middle line? Like, where do I draw a line on that? So I don't know. Can anyone, Hannah, can you relate?
I mean, I think for me, it's a thing where. So growing up, my dad was quite ill. So he had a few complications, but he was a really good dad. Do you know what I'm saying? So even though I just saw him as a man that just constantly provided for his family and constantly wanted to see his wife and his children happy, and he just wanted us to be happy. So if it meant him breaking his back, then that was what he was going to do. Do you know what I'm saying? And even seeing the way he was with my mum, like, he worshipped the ground that they walked on. Even now, I genuinely believe they would still be married. They were together for like 20 years, I want to say. And my dad passed away in 2006. They were young when they got married. He was like 22, she was 23. And so, yeah, like, I just feel like that's the man I want, fam. Like, I want a man that's gonna, he just worships the ground that I walk on, and he wants me to be happy, and he wants his children to be happy. And if he would genuinely go the extra mile just to make sure his family are good. Even after my dad passed, we were good. My mum still has not worked to this day.
Raw.
Yeah.
Raw.
Yeah.
Raw.
Yeah, I can't say the same.
Like,
See,
do you know what I mean?
I can't say the same.
Okay, but Kaân, so I want to ask, because Hannah said that you've lost.
So I was going to ask her something.
Okay,
When
go
you saying
on.
we went through similar things, are you just talking about deaths?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you know what it is?
I don't really know your story when it comes to your dad still.
Okay, but
yeah,
you know what it is?
yeah.
With this whole combo, when I'm listening to you speak, when you say we went through the similar things, I'm expecting to hear, like, not negatives, but just not a. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? My
So
dad.
is your kind of, sorry to cut you off,
Yeah.
but is your kind of, not daddy issues, not issues if it's not, but daddy issues, but is it stemming from the fact of the death more than how he was as a person?
Yeah, my daddy issues, it's hard though.
Is it
Okay,
the loss
see,
of
this
his
is what-
hard
you get
because
me?
my dad wasn't always perfect, and there's certain things that I saw as a child
Mm-hmm.
that obviously makes me think about things now. And what I saw my mum, it wasn't, even though I talk about my dad being a great person, listen, it wasn't, their marriage wasn't easy. My mum went through a lot with my dad, and it took them ages to get to that good part.
Yep.
But that's with any
However,
relationship, though.
Yeah, but this one was, it
A
was
bit peak.
deep. Yeah,
Yeah.
it weren't just normal marriage stuff. It was a lot harder
Yeah.
than that. But I feel like because they managed to get through their issues, I don't really focus on that. Do you see what I'm saying? But I'm also focused on not having my dad around and how that has affected my
Okay.
life. Do you see what I'm saying?
See, that's what I'm saying. You don't need to focus on that side because you have the other side.
Right,
I
yeah.
didn't have the other side. That's all I can focus on. Do you get it?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
I didn't have only knew my dad up till the age of 3. Do you get it? So 3 years. That's it. That's the only time I knew my dad.
So then, do you have a
Yeah,
do you remember your dad?
Yeah, of course. And obviously there's stories that you hear when you're growing
Right,
up, and then
right.
obviously you start to deep it more. But then it's like, as a memory of a child, when you start hearing them stories, you go back to those ages and you just get a vivid image of something. Do you get what I mean? So you just you start to wonder, you ask questions, and it's just certain things that just impact you. So like, it's always been a thing on my mind and my heart. You get what I mean? It's always been on my mind. So it's like, when he died, I'll be honest, I didn't know how to react because I don't know you.
Yeah.
You're a stranger to me. Blood or not, I do not know you. Listen, I don't know what scar you have upon your leg. I don't know how long your hair stretches. I don't know what, you know what I mean? I don't know you at all. You're just the next person to me. So he died in 2008, but I found out in 2011.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, do you get what I mean? And the only way I found out was because not growing up in Turkey, I lived in Turkey for I think a year. When I lived in Turkey, our neighbours had a son and daughter as well, and she was about 12, 13 when I was like a baby, and she remembered my face, found me on Facebook, and then my uncle, who's my dad's brother, then connected with us, and then we went to their house and everything, and then about 2 years with knowing them, they then told us.
What?
They told my mum. Let me not say 2 years, because let me not allow camera for my mum watching this and be like, what? No. But it was something, and it was like a year or so.
It was a
you get what I mean?
while.
Yeah,
But
I'll
they
be honest,
withheld
it.
it.
It wasn't straight away.
They withheld the information,
yeah,
basically.
of course, you get me. But what can we do?
Why would they withhold
Yeah.
that kind of information?
I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't
That's
know.
very
But
strange.
it was different emotions. So when my dad died, my mum cried. First husband. First
Yeah.
He gave her us.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
get what I mean?
yeah.
I hear it. Yeah. I'm young. So my thing is, I'm seeing my mum cry. I'm more thinking, is she alright? I'm not really, yeah. Obviously, my brother's older, so it's like, you know, you got the older. It's just different, innit? Because you get me. They see more, they remember more.
Right.
What are you crying for? I don't know. What are you crying for, you know? And listen, he just come out the yard. But it wasn't, I don't want it to be like he's disrespecting mum, but he's kind of thinking, you know what he put you through. You know what he's left behind.
Yeah.
What are you bawling for? You've got us. You know what I mean? You've got us now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I heard it. I'll be honest. I heard it all 100%. And I said, you know, I agree. But it's different. It weighs on me in the fact that, like, you see where he said he left behind. Mum didn't have to work no more. Mum's still working to this day. Do you get what I mean? So it's like all that stuff. She wanted to buy a house, kind of thing. He wanted to swear away, kind of thing. This, you get what I mean? It's different. So it's like we could have had a mortgage from time back. You understand? But it's like now it's not that, and I feel I'm saving with my mum now. Do you get what I mean? We're doing what we can, but it's like I feel like it's on me, kind of thing. Do you get what I mean? And I'll be real. The other day I had a breakdown. I'll be honest. I had a breakdown because I lost a job. Cause I did 3 jobs. I just left one, and then I lost another one. So I already had the one job. Yeah, do you get what I mean? So I had a breakdown. I'll be honest. And then my mum came in the room, everything, and I just was like shouting because I was just vexed. And I mentioned my dad.
Yeah.
And I said, blah, 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 this is that, rah, rah,
Yeah,
rah,
yeah.
tear. And then last year, everything hit me kind of.
Yeah.
And I went through what I needed to get over my dad. So that outburst was me kind of, I'm free.
Yeah.
Get me?
You needed that.
I'll be honest, because my mum literally looked at me, she goes, son, listen, I love you for it, yeah? But she goes, you don't need to save so much for us. When we get it, we get it. Live your life. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And when she said
That's
that,
a nice little background,
when she said,
I felt the comfort. I felt the
do you know what I mean? But that fam, when she said it to me, the tears just went dried up. I was like, raw. I said, I hear it. So from then I was like, do you know what? Cool. I don't feel as much pressure. Do you get me? But that was weighing on me from the age of like 16. As soon as I could start working, I felt like I had to do the most to help her. Do you get what I mean?
But me, like everything like you say you had an outburst and the first thing you did was say dad. The other week, my mum wanted to do an interview and whatever. Well, she had an interview and she prepared for the interview. I was telling Hannah, my mum is computer illiterate. Like, woman can't use the computer. But this woman sat up all night, did a little PowerPoint presentation for her interview, whatever. Then she's got a studio. She went to the studio, set up the thing for the interview. And then when it was time for the interview, Sky cut off the whole internet. And remember, everyone's doing interviews over Zoom now. So I'm just thinking, you see William, that's my dad's name. You see you, yeah? You see you? My mum wouldn't have to go through this if it wasn't for you. If it wasn't for you. If we had a laptop, because the laptop we're using, I tell you now, it's like, I think it's like 60 years old, honestly, I'm just thinking, we wouldn't have to go through this if you were providing. If you were doing the things you need to do, we wouldn't do this. And I'm shouting. And then I called him. I said, and you. This is what you did. And he's like, I'm just sitting at home in America. What are you talking about? I was like, by yourself, bachelor. What you do? Oh, I was so angry. Even now, I'm angry just thinking about it. But I could just relate when you said, like, you just had
So
the
is he on
outburst.
his own?
Huh?
Is he?
I showed Hannah let me know.
That's it.
Listen, I'm even sorry to miss my teeth. Sorry.
No,
I'm
but
got involved, I got involved like that.
Listen,
I got involved like I'm his child, bro. Do you know what I mean?
I asked the question and I felt it. I said, wait, hold on, what's
Fucking
happening?
hell.
But all right,
yeah, he's by himself.
it's okay.
Yeah.
In the bachelor pad.
Yeah. Living the high life.
So nice
said
one
you.
still.
Yeah, you.
It's a nice one to man as well. But yeah.
It's all right, man.
I know, I got
That's
home
alright.
just
Yeah,
there.
Because Hannah felt my pain.
Yeah,
I
I
hear
do.
I felt it
felt
through
it.
Hannah when she kissed her
Yeah,
tooth just
she
then.
felt my
I-
pain.
I
That
do.
one touched still.
Yeah,
you.
that one, I just don't get how people can be out here having children and not
Be
be,
provided.
and not be there for them. It makes no sense. What's the point? What is
they're
actually
weird
the
still.
point? You get man, they're weird.
Nah,
still.
I'm sorry, them and they're weird. How can you have a child here, but you're not providing? You're not even doing anything to, like, does that make sense?
You don't.
Deep it. Any of my brethrens here, if any of my brethrens are like that, I swear I'll grow them in it. Like, that's
Yeah.
stupid. Like,
Well,
I
I
swear
had,
to
I had
God.
the baby and then
And then what? You're just
I
off
just-
doing
I just-
stupidness. I don't
yeah.
care if you've got baby drama issues, whatever in it. Like, still, if they put you on benefits or whatever, pay it in it. Like,
Yeah,
if you know,
legit.
you're doing what you can do in it to make sure once the child gets to a certain age, you can turn around and say, obviously you tried, you're still keeping in contact, you still paid, who can tell you anything? If you're not doing nothing, and then what? The child then comes see you how many years after? What can you say? What leg have you got to
it's
stand
true.
on? You haven't got nothing to stand on.
And every parent, like mum and dad, they're both important, but a dad's important, you know? Like, as for a girl, Hannah even said to me, like, that's your first love. I don't know if I...
No, yes.
Well, yeah, it
yes.
is. Cause
It
you,
is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
That's the first man you love, you know?
It is. To be fair, it is. Yeah,
It
she's
is.
right.
I didn't say anything.
No, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah, I
looking
hear
at
it.
you because
It
I'm
is,
putting
it
it
is.
in
It
you.
is.
And then as a man...
You got pressure. Yeah, I hear it. Pressure.
No, that's the first. Listen, that's the first man you will love. Yeah, I'm talking as a female. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the first man you will love. It's the first man that you. It's the first person that you see as a man where you kind of see how he treats other women and how you feel like you're meant to be treated. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
There's no like. There's no. But this is what I'm saying. That's one thing why. My mum and my dad had their madness. My dad was not perfect. He had his madnesses. And like sometimes I look at my mum in awe sometimes. 'Cause I do really just think, girl, yeah, God there. 'Cause you are strong. I would have been out of there. Do you know what I mean? Would have been out. But my mum just was like so committed to my dad and really believed in my dad. And it came to pass. Do you know what I'm saying? But regardless of their like relationship, my dad was a good dad. Do you know what I'm saying? Always a good dad. My dad genuinely, he like, when I talk about my dad is the reason why I even do music. He's the one that even put that dream inside of me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he was a sound engineer, blah 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 blah. But he just when we were younger, he put me in piano lessons or whatever. Yeah, but he wanted me to learn the piano. My brother to learn the guitar, my sister violin, and my little brother to learn drums. He was like, we're going to be Jackson 5. Like, he was on it. He was mad on it. Like, my brother's still got like 2 guitars. My brother's got like 2 guitars, some acoustic guitar, one electric guitar. Yeah, electric
He's
guitar.
lit as well. Shout him out.
Yeah. Don't shout him
like,
out, man. Don't.
Hey, he's a G.
He's jarring.
You're a hater.
He's
But go
jarring.
on.
Do you know
This
what?
guy.
Khan's doing to you what you did to him the last time. Do you remember with his brother?
Oh, yeah.
Let me shout him out. Come on.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. But
Jackson 5.
yeah, no, my dad wanted us to be like musically gifted in, should I say. And so, yeah, just seeing the way my dad is, he was just I could talk for days about how good my dad was, because he really was a really good dad. I can't fault him on it. And not only that, with that, it's not a thing where we were spoiled, but he disciplined us. It wasn't a joke. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there was that fight. It was that, like, that there was a balance. There was a balance between, you know, gifting your children when they need to be gifting, and also letting them know, don't play. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But it was just lit, and he just had a bubbly personality. Even my laugh is exactly the same way as his. Parties all day, every day. Like, his friends would come in, yo, Wayne, what's up? And he's like, Steve-o, that was his best friend, didn't he? He's like, Steve-o from downstairs, you know, like from upstairs, his bedroom's come through. My mum was like, can you not just chill? Like, you know what I mean?
Just allow it.
Every day. But it was just like, that's the energy he had in our home. The energy in our home was always vibrant and loud and fun. And it was light. It was easy.
That's definitely you,
yeah, that's me now.
That's
Yeah,
you,
yeah, I'm mad loud, yeah.
You said that's definitely you. I meant the vibrant. She said the loud.
Hey.
You get me?
No, but I am loud though. I am loud, and I'm proud of it.
Just a bit.
I'm proud of it. I don't even realize I'm being loud. I know I'm loud right now, but do you know what I mean? I like it.
It is what it is.
It
No,
is
you know what it is,
what
yeah?
it is.
I feel like once you're around you more, you just get used to it. So
Yeah,
you don't even think, oh,
yeah.
you're being loud,
Not
innit?
for real,
Just
because
like-
certain
you just
people
drown it
genuinely
out.
can't take it.
That's a John.
But I just say I have modulation issues. I don't say I'm
What
loud.
does that mean?
You just
Sorry.
have what? Sorry.
Modulation issues.
What's that?
I got it from Married to Medicine Atlanta, because Simone.
What? That's listen. That wait, is that a show?
Yeah,
that
it's a
sounds
reality
like too
TV
much
show.
happening.
Word.
It-
Married to
doing
what?
what? Wedding, married,
Married
medicine,
to
Atlanta.
Medicine.
Married to Medicine. It's like a.
It's like the Real House. Like,
yeah, of
oh
Atlanta.
God, Real
I'll
Housewives.
be real, yeah.
But it's.
Man watches Real Housewives, innit, man?
Dude!
Of Atlanta, I'll be so real. Man can watch
I
that, innit?
love
I don't
Real
care.
Housewives.
I can watch that.
It's,
innit?
I like it.
No
I
one can
love
tell
it.
me nothing, innit?
I'm not.
I swear, what, you can look at me all you want, innit?
I didn't say nothing. I just
cool.
don't watch it.
Well,
I
yeah.
probably watch some weird shows.
Watch it, innit?
sometimes.
Well, she was just loud, and she's like, "I'm not loud. I have modulation issues." I said, "You know what? I like that.
You just
Yeah.
nabbed
I'm
it.
gonna
Nabbed
Google
it.
Yeah, she's black girl,
You
black
just
woman.
nabbed it.
Yeah, of
Huh?
You
course.
just nabbed it.
Easy."
What
yeah.
does it mean though?
It just means that modulation.
know.
You know what? Yeah,
Just
I
say
do
you
know
got
what
volume.
modulation
Just
is.
say you got volume issues.
Yeah, just volume
You're trying to
issues.
make
Why
it
can't
sound
you just
A
say you got
star.
volume issues?
Because I
innit?
like the word modulation. It's classy.
I said classy. What was the name of the woman that used it?
Simone, Dr. Simone.
To you.
So modulation issues.
Yeah,
That's a
modulation
new one.
issues. But yeah, no, just going back to my point. Like my dad was a great dad, but again, like I said, your dad is like the first man that you do fall in love with, and I do feel like I was. Even though I look at my dad and I'm like, I know what he done. He still died when I was quite young, and so I do feel like I've been robbed a bit. Well, not a bit. I'm fuming. I was robbed.
You robbed a lot.
Yeah, I was robbed because I still have a lot of issues with men to this day. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think it's because after my dad passed away, I had a lot of stuff happened to me when I was quite young with boys. And so that was even hard to kind of overcome. And I guess that also plays into the part of me and men and trying to get
Can
go
I
on,
answer?
go
Can
on.
I
Yeah.
Can't seem like it.
I was enjoying what she was saying, but while she was talking, I was thinking of something the whole time. I was waiting for her to finish, but I had to jump in. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
You know when you say like the issue with boys, you might not be thinking the same thing by the way, but you know when you say like the issues with boys, because obviously before he passed, you said he was the bad, then he was good. It turned out. What is it? Just that bad that stuck with you? Like you didn't feel the good was because you just got issues with like where you don't trust them and everything. Like you get what I mean? So did the bad outweigh the good?
No, never.
So then why is your
Because so what my dad did, obviously I don't really want to talk about what he did, obviously, but he done something very, very bad, but we put that to bed because he changed. But I've forgiven my dad from that, so I don't even that doesn't even come into my head when I think of my dad. But after my dad passed away, aside from who he is, when I was really young, I went through some issues with certain boys. So certain things happened to me that shouldn't have happened to me. So I think that's why, and I didn't have my dad around. I didn't have nobody.
Your dad is your protector,
yeah,
essentially.
Yeah,
so
I had no one there to protect me. No one protected me during that time. I had my older brother and he did what he could do, but he's still like young and he's still grieving as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that also plays into part of how I look at men now, because we all know how I am. I love man. I'm not gay. Do you know what I mean? I love man, but I kind of hate them at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying?
kinda?
No, you.
Kinda.
You don't need to allow me. I don't hate them. Am I that bad?
If they're not from this country, especially.
Yeah.
Do
No,
you get me?
definitely. Yeah, forget them here. But
She wants to meet Mills and the little Dirks.
no, I don't want them little dirt or meat
No,
meal,
please
bro.
don't talk about Little Dirt like that, please.
Oh, sorry.
Let's not do that. That's my husband. He just don't know it.
I said you just
But-
don't know it.
I just that getting to know a boy stage, I'm always very, I'm so reluctant when it comes to men. Like, even today, 2 men beeped at me and I was vexed. Why?
but
What do you want?
That's dead anyway, though.
Yeah, but even still, why did I have to take it so deep? Why can't I just... Some women are like, oh, Rotty, that must be looking good today.
Yeah,
and go
yeah.
about their business.
my
But
mum,
I was
that's my mum,
genuinely
you know.
vexed. Like, who are you beeping at? Even one man, he beeped at me and said, calm. I thought, oh, sorry.
I said I thought.
Right, the camera, dude.
She had it quick.
I just thought, now it's from your mum, bro. You know what I mean? Like, are you dumb? I'm like, come, who am I? It's a street cat. Anyway, but, you know, I understand. Who are you doing that to?
No,
So
I get you.
I always hate things, even when a guy says, oh, you're so beautiful. I'm like, poo, man, move. Like, you're jarring. You're in my ear. What do you want? And
But then-
I need to learn how to change
Quickly
that.
then.
Yeah, go on.
Like, isn't that kind of like contradicting how you actually like, not you in
Yeah,
general,
yeah,
but like women want like to hear, oh yeah, little things, this and that. Once you're in a relationship or like you're seeing someone in it,
was a good
women
point, I
want
liked
to
it.
hear that, innit?
But you thought
Like
you
you
Yeah.
saying,
have
oh
it.
you're beautiful, this and that. If you don't say it, oh what's wrong with me? What, am I ugly? What, why are you not saying this and that? So what? So now what? Where do we go
I don't
from
know
here?
she's done it.
Where do you go from here? Like?
because I'm talking about me as a person. I ain't been in a relationship for how long? So
But then
clearly
in
ain't
gen-
working. Do you know what I'm saying? My mentality is clearly not working because I tend to push a lot of men away because they just can't handle the fact that I just find it irritating.
But that's because
But
can
I-
I just
Yeah,
can I
go
just
on.
say that's because Hannah lost your dad at 10,
9.
9.
Yeah.
So if your dad's not really there for your formative years, essentially,
Yeah.
to tell you and lift you up and be like, oh, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that. When it's coming from next man, it
And not
doesn't
only
carry
that-
weight. It
not
doesn't really
only
carry
that,
weight.
yeah,
And if
can
you've
I-
had bad experiences with men,
Right. But on top of that, my mum got remarried quite quickly. Yeah. So, anyway, this guy, he's so whatless. I don't care. He is so whatless.
Christ.
It's unbelievable. So so even that, like you're saying about your formative years and that, I thank God that he's given me my little brother and sister. But the way he was to my mum is just like, who are you? Do you know what I'm saying? We've gone from my dad, who I just look at, he's just great, to this degger, daddy man. Do you know what I'm saying?
From the death, how quick was the years of the marriage?
Well, my dad, let's just say it like this. My dad died in 2006. My little sister was born in 2007.
oh, wow,
Yeah. It was quick.
it was quick.
But they never got married that quick. They had a child very quickly. And then after that, they got married because my mom just realised the kids need to breathe. This is a lot. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like he came along and I just feel like he just didn't really treat my mum the way I feel like she should have been treated. Even small things as, you know, my mum would want to go somewhere, he's expecting her to fill up his tank. That's your wife. But anyway. That's another story.
he
But
from?
he's from Ghana. Sorry, Nat.
Oh. Damn.
I didn't want you to do that. I didn't want you to
Wait, hold on. Am I a Ghanaian
Said
man?
that one, hey. You
do that. You not cussing William, your own dad.
What do you
My
mean?
man, sorry.
You set that one up still.
Nah,
I
I don't remember
Can't
where
say
he
or
was
not.
from. I didn't remember where he was
No,
from.
he's from Ghana, but that's not saying that all Ghanaian men are like that. That's just one particular Ghanaian man. Do you know what I'm saying? But
That's mad
Yeah.
though, to your wife. That's
Yeah.
a fill up mad thing. Get me?
Yeah,
You want to
yeah,
go out £30 me? Imagine that. He's mocking it. Can't
Is he
leave
younger,
my
is he
thing
younger
on.
than your mum?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, he's
So
How-
he's kind
how-
of looking at your mum
how
like she's a
much
sugar
younger?
mum.
5 years.
How old was
Oh,
he at the
raw,
time? Can I
okay,
ask?
yeah.
How old was he at the time?
You hit the nail on the head, Josh.
At the time, how old was he? Oh, but then you're going to have to tell me. I'm going to guess your mum's age. I thought that's why she's taking long, because she's kind of thinking, I want to weigh up the
I don't
mums.
want to think of my mum.
had. He was at, I want to say early 30s. Because my dad passed away. My mum was 39 when my dad passed away. So she was. Oh no! So she was still 39 when my little sister was born. Then yeah, she was just turning 40.
So he was 34. 35.
Yeah, 34, 35.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Boys
But can I
take
say
long-
something? That's
Fill up my
jarring
tank.
because you're the one that moved her in boots. You know what I'm saying?
Hannah.
Oh, sorry. You know, I don't know where I am.
What's in the boots?
What was he getting?
I don't know where I am, you know.
Are they still together now?
No, they're legally still married.
know what
but
he
they're
was
not
buying?
together. Huh?
Do you know what he was buying?
No, he was a security man.
See, you could have kind of told the story from what he was buying, but he was
No, he
securing
was a
the
security
place.
man there, and my mum wasn't
And
having
Donnie
it,
weren't
and
doing
he
his
was
job.
persistent.
Donnie weren't doing his
No,
job.
because
No,
he wasn't
legit.
doing his job.
Donnie's all trying to secure
Yeah,
different things.
Hannah,
kill
what have
me.
you started?
I know, my bad. I wasn't even meant to drop that one
I'm
still.
dead. She goes, no, it's your fault. She was quick with it. But wait, hold on, listen. So yours is like the death situation.
Yeah,
And-
definitely.
Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
I feel like he could have patterned us better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yours is kind of similar to mine,
yeah,
but mine
it is.
passed away, so I can't really
Mine's still there.
get nothing no more. I know it's done. You get me? What about you?
Do you know, I've actually been waiting
No,
for
I've been
Josh.
waiting.
Yeah.
I've actually been waiting for Josh.
Let me go push.
Yeah, same.
Let me go push
Hey,
this
don't
one. I
do
want to
it.
hear this
So
one.
I'm glad Kaân
Yeah,
dropped it.
yeah.
Go on.
Cool. So I don't know. Did you ever live with your dad at all, or like?
It's like off and on. Yeah, off and on.
Cool. So I don't think I ever remember me, my mum, and my dad living in like the same house together in it. So cool. I think like the first couple years, he used to be around making a lot of money, so doing certain things, whatnot. So he wasn't investing his money smartly. So he was literally he's one of them people. Yeah, he was taking cab everywhere. So exactly, think about that. Innit? Instead of actually getting a car, doing your license or anything, he will literally take cab everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Like for man's 23. 23 years I've known my dad. Yeah, the only time I've known him to get on a bus was I think 2 or 3 years ago. Innit? Apart from that, I'd never seen my dad on a bus. Once. And it was from a bus, to get a bus to a cab station. You know, obviously, them man there, they don't do the apps and that, innit?
He meant it. He
Cab
really
offices
meant
and
it.
that. I swear, we was in
I'm in the cab office.
we're in central London, obviously, and deep it.
Central London.
Yeah, hey.
Come on, man.
So I think
catch
we had
the
to
train
get
home.
we had to get I think a bus to Elephant and Castle or something, innit? Something like that, and I can't remember innit.
He's
But
moving crazy.
that's the only cabs he's taking it. But cool. He used to dash money here and there, That's something I couldn't complain about, innit? Like I was always calm. Like I even went private school, and obviously he's the one who paid for my
You know what?
fees, innit?
It doesn't baffle me, but it baffles me to this day. You know,
What? Fam, I went 3 different
he went
private
Yeah,
private
that you
school.
went private school.
Yeah.
it's not even in a rude way, but it baffles me.
I know, because when he dropped it the last time, I was like, what?
Yeah.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Like obviously, even though I went private school, it's not like those people are like the main people I'd talk to anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
I already had. Like,
You still
my
chat to them, or is that?
anyone that I went private school? I don't think. No, hey, if you see
Them men
this,
are
wait.
your kind of people.
No,
They won't
it's-
be mine.
Like, I'll be real. I don't think I do chat to any of them. Like it's two different worlds. Like even though I went there,
Yeah.
I went there because obviously from
You
the,
could go
from
there,
the
yeah,
year, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
From the
Like,
years
I was-
of what?
Cool. The first time I went was in year 3 to year 5, then year 7 to year 8.
Oh.
But
What? Secondary.
Yeah.
Oh.
That the school I went to before
Private
Eden
schools are
innit,
expensive as
was
well. Very.
private school, innit?
It's not cheap.
But then
So your dad bust you on that.
like he bust me on
least.
that and that. But then
So
obviously,
what is it that he?
but then there was a fuck up with that
Okay.
as well, innit?
Mm.
But obviously, that's another reason of why I even stopped going to one private school, because he was blowing his money on stuff, this and that. Like, cool, he would have his yard, yeah. Another thing he would do, he would have his yard, but stay in a hotel for a month. Do you get stupid things like that? And my mum, yeah, she's one of those people. Even today with me, yeah, she's one of those people who's all about saving your money to then do stuff and this and that, invest it, She kept saying that to him. He wouldn't listen, innit? And then obviously times go on. What you're doing ain't sustainable. You're not making the money as much.
Is he
now,
still
innit?
paying for the rent in the yard while he's staying in the hotel?
What, bro? Of course he was.
That's silly.
Of course he was.
And
Leave it.
bills.
Yeah, of course. And then, hey, every time he flies out, yeah, obviously he's Nigerian, innit? But I don't claim my Nigerian side, as I've already,
Yeah.
obviously, man's Gambian, innit? Yeah.
Every
straight
day.
Gambian.
Benachin.
Hey, Benachin, jollof, home of jollof rice, innit? No
Hey.
one tell me nothing. Don't come to me in no bullet rice. Stuff,
Oh
innit?
dear,
But
oh
obviously,
dear.
yeah, moving on.
I don't
innit?
want no drama, no
on,
Nigerians
innit?
on the comments, mate.
Hey.
No one at me. I'm not
I want
involved.
all the smoke. I've got
It's
time
just
in
my
it.
seating partner, please.
I've got time in it. I'm here in it all day in it. But yeah, so that's what happened. He's moving all stupid with money, so he's all them got himself in a certain predicament. But he's never been that kind of person who I could then go and speak to about certain things. I always speak to my mum about like certain things that I need to speak to. Like he was literally just trying to buy me with money. Like when I was younger, it could work and that because obviously getting new games, getting new consoles, all of that. Like you're loving it, innit?
Run it, innit?
You know what I'm
run
saying?
it.
Football and everything, new football boots. Hey,
Straight.
Why not?
hey, do you get what I'm saying? But apart from that, obviously, the reason why him and my mum are like aren't together, I don't want to go deep into it, but he done something mad as well. So obviously, that was one of the main reasons they broke up. And then I do have half brothers and sisters, but I don't have any contact with them. I don't really want to have any contact with them. It's just not me in it. Like I'll do my thing, you do your thing. But even till like now, like I think the last time I haven't spoken to my dad in like what 2-3 years. That's the last time I spoke to my dad.
On that topic that you've just said about not talking to your dad, because I didn't speak to my dad for about a year, and I had to come to the decision, like, are you happy? The question I want to ask is, are you happy not talking to your dad?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so fine. But then the other question I want to ask is, if now you get news that your dad passes, will you be okay with the relationship that you kind of had? And
I had this conversation with my girl as well, and she like me in it. Like I'll be as raw as in it. I don't think it would affect me that much in it. Just knowing how and who's basically brought me up, like who was there, who was going through the hard shit of like bringing me up in it. I really don't think it would faze me like that. My girl thinks it kind of would a bit, but me personally, I fully don't think it would. In it.
Because like me, I didn't talk to my dad for a whole year. And I had to ask myself, like, okay, Natalie, if your dad was to pass away, if you get news that your dad passes away, are you going to be happy? How is it going to affect you mentally? And I know me, I won't be able to cope. So I had to say to myself, I need to maintain a relationship with my dad the best way I can. My dad is not going to change. He is what he is. I know what he is. I just create the relationship that's sustainable for me, because if anything happens to him, I know I won't be able to be okay. My dad is useless. Yeah. He's a useless man. But I like Hannah. Like, I love my dad, and I can't help but love my dad. My dad hasn't helped my mum, hasn't helped us, but I genuinely have love for my dad because he's my dad. Right. Do you understand? That's my father. So I choose to speak to him because I know that it will affect me in the long run. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, okay. I think for you. It's hard to say. I hear what you're saying, because I feel like when I was beefing my mum, when I was beefing my mum, I used to feel the exact same way. Like, we don't talk, so if something was to happen to her, it is what it is. But I don't think, until it will happen, which God forbid it does. It doesn't happen. Sorry. God forbid it doesn't happen. God forbid it doesn't happen, I'm saying. I guess you don't know how you will feel.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying with that, because obviously, like there are times that obviously me and my mum do argue. Like even recently, like me and my mum, hey, we're cool now though. Man saying we're cool now. We're only cool from like 2 days ago.
From when?
From like what? I think Mother's Day, literally.
Nah, you're
From like Mother's Day.
it, bro.
No, well obviously, yeah. Like, but there's been other situations as well, innit? But that's my mum, innit? Like, like me and my mum's relationship, that's so much different. Of course. Do you get what I'm saying, innit? Like, this ain't the first time that me and my dad haven't been speaking, innit? Yeah. So it's happened before when we wasn't speaking for like a year and a half, innit? Yeah. Like, my birthday goes by, you don't call me on my birthday. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, deep, when I'm saying to you, I haven't spoken to him in like 2-3 years. That's what I'm saying as well. Like, deep, I remember even like 2 years ago, I was in a car crash. He didn't know anything about it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like things like that. When you think about things like that, it always run. And obviously, me being an only child, I'm one of those people. I think a lot in it. I personally don't think I overthink, but I think a lot and I'm in my thoughts a lot. Like, I like my own space.
Yeah, not her.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You
So
children, people.
you get what I'm saying?
Bro.
So I analyze a lot of things in it. So putting that into like play, like I don't think it would like really get to me that much. Like obviously, yeah, cool. The last time I spoke to him, we wasn't speaking for a year, and then he called me out of the blue in it, and he needed help. I remember I drove from Man to like West in it. Helped him, was getting him hotels, like he was staying in a hotel, this and that. He was having problems in his new thing and whatever in it. All booking him hotels, driving him about this and that. But I couldn't tell my mum as well. He told me not to tell my mum. So I didn't tell my mum because obviously I'm thinking, oh cool, let me just help you get back on your feet, Then obviously we all start our relationship one. He's all trying to talk to me about business plans, I'm all thinking, alright, cool, yeah, let's do this. Because obviously as business minded anyway, innit?
Alright, cool.
So that's all happened. Then like what? Couple months go by, stop speaking.
So is it just you lot just don't speak?
Not like, you know what it is? You know what you try to say as well? Oh, this is the maddest thing. Cool. So I've got like 2 different numbers for a minute. Call them, So then one time, he's like, oh no, if I don't call, here's my email address. Email me, What do you mean email you?
Email you.
Do you know what? Like, cool. I live in South, He lives like what? Probably like 20, 30 minutes away from me driving.
He's mocking it.
Man said email.
Email.
I can't imagine my dad telling me
do I even email people for what meetings? You know the only thing I look at my emails for? I look at emails to see, what? Do I have any orders coming or anything?
Yeah,
like that?
same.
What the hell? Man said email. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
hilarious. I do the same.
Once I heard that, that's what I was
serious.
thinking. Email you, but you've got a phone that you could be calling me
No,
off
for
as
real
well.
though,
So
yeah.
you're not putting in the effort. So why should I put in the effort to
No,
be
I get
contacting
that.
you? Like, and even that, from not knowing, he wanted me to go to uni as well. You didn't even know what school or college I went to. So how can you try and dictate what you, dictate me going into uni and what subject to actually pick
wanted
in
loads,
uni?
cuz.
Do you get what I'm saying?
He doesn't want nothing else. No, he knows it. That's why he said, you get what I'm saying? He wanted them 3 installments. September, I went uni, I know it, fam. It was beautiful. September, December, March, he wanted them. He knows he'll be belling. Josh knows he'll be belling him off.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Really and truly, for that, he would never really ask me for bread or anything. It's not even like that.
It's transfer for something.
Nah, he would never. That's one thing I could say. He never really asked me for bread. There might be like 1 or 2 times like light bread or something in it, but the majority of the things is just asking for like little favors here and there to meeting up to like this and that.
But then to me, that's also irresponsible. You're not the parent.
No, yeah, of course.
He's the parent,
exactly.
So he shouldn't be asking you for favors.
Exactly.
Barely.
But then you know what it is as well. When you're looking at you're thinking, as well, like if it's my mum. If my mum asks me for little things, this and that, I'll do it without even thinking. And my mum even she knows that, innit? If my mum asks me for anything and it's there, she'll get 100%. So obviously I'm thinking that with my dad as well. We're trying to rebuild something, so I'm thinking, let me just help you out, and then obviously as time goes on, we'll see what.
So is it more of a thing that there's just no effort from him?
Yeah, fam.
That's it.
Like even now till this day, like I don't know. Corona's all gone about. Like I don't know. Like deep it.
You said I don't know.
I don't know. And I'll be so honest. I don't care. It doesn't come into my mind like that. Like my days go on. Like it really doesn't.
Do you know why that's mad? I'm not even saying that you're wrong for that, but to some people that they might hear that and think that's mad, and you're not wrong for it. But to just be falling out because of no effort, and if you pass, you're just like
But then there's other things that have happened.
I'm not blaming you for it, but
obviously, then there's certain things that as I've got older, my mum's then told me certain things, innit? And then I can then make my own judgment about things as well, innit?
Of course.
But you see, with the mums telling you stuff, like again, my mum's told me stuff.
But I've had conversations with my dad about these stuff.
No. I agree. But what I'm saying is I agree. My mum's told me stuff, and I can even remember some of the stuff. But also, I feel like there's always 2 sides to a story. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, you can believe, especially if your mum's your primary caregiver, I get it. But then sometimes women are hurt. So sometimes the narrative that they're pushing is different. So I always have to have that in mind. I'm not saying my dad's innocent 100%. Like, I see my dad for what he is. I know what he is, etc. But I do know there's 2 sides to every story. So even when I've tried to have conversations with my dad to kind of get an explanation, my dad always tries to flip the narrative and put it on my mum and say, but your mum did this. And I'm just like, but you know what? I actually don't remember you being there. So when my mum's telling me certain things, I know that they're true because you're in my baby pictures. Where are you?
Yeah.
You weren't there. But I do have in my mind there is two sides to every story, and that's what I just want like people to realize. Like even when you're sometimes like now, I bet there's kids who their parents have got together, had them, and stuff's gone on between the mum and the dad, and the mum has stopped the child from seeing the dad. Now to the child, you were never there. Mummy was the one that was always there, but they don't know mummy was the one stopping daddy from seeing me. Do you know what I mean? No, so definitely. That's why I feel like it's always important to know that you can't always believe one narrative. Because you feel like your dad loved you so much.
It is. Don't do that, bruv. Love it. Don't do that.
No, but don't
do that. Don't do that. Don't you make me cry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Natalie, bro.
You're good. You're good. This girl.